Hello there. We are back with step three of getting your podcast started with Zoom. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you here to show you a couple of different platforms you can use for free to upload your content and get your content onto iTunes. All right, so the first one here we have is Podomatic. So Podomatic is very easy to use. I love the layout and how easy it is to kind of filter and go around and create your podcast. So here, I've already logged in. It's really easy to set up an account. So you just follow the steps to set up an account. Now we have listen or create. So you have listen where you can listen to other creators. And then we have create, of course, is what we want to use to upload our content. So remember in step two, if you haven't watched step two of the video series, go ahead and watch it there. But in step two, we had our MP3 or MP4, excuse me, our audio that we got from Zoom. And I showed you how to go ahead and create that audio and do a guest interview via Zoom in step two. So if you hadn't watched that video, go ahead and go back and watch that video first. Watch step one, which is how to create a Zoom account if you haven't already. Then go to step two, which is how you can record your content on Zoom. And then step three is downloading your content and getting your content onto iTunes. So here's our button here, right? Here's our content. There's not a button, it's our content. It's our MP4. So we're going to go ahead and upload that. So we're here inside of Podomatic. Very easy. We go to create. We go here, which is go ahead and select our file. So we're going to add file. We're going to find our file, which is on our desktop, which is our MP4. Here we go. And we're going ahead and open. All right. You'll see it upload here. It's at 0% now. Let's wait for it to catch up to us. Oh, I have to start it first. So we're going to start the upload. All of these platforms are different. Don't judge me. So we're going to upload the file. All right, boom, boom, pow, right? Upload the file, and I should probably put some hold music next time, right? And then the title. So we're going to title our podcast, whatever our podcast is. So we're going to say like interview with a digital marketer. I can spell marketer. Anyhow, and then put my name, right? Jessica. Or you could put the full name. Whatever you're going to entitle this podcast episode, you would put the title here, right? You get the gist. All right. And then you put the description. So if there's anything that you said you were going to put down in the show notes that you were going to put in the notes for people to go to, let's say your guest mentioned that they have a podcast themselves and you want to link back to their podcast, or they have a website. So let's go to my website. I'm going to put my website in here. Podomatic. Boom, right? And then we're going to write a description about what this podcast is about. So, today Jessica has a great guest. Has a great guest, Jessica. All right. So anyhow, you get the gist. You go ahead and put your description there, whatever that's going to be. You add your image. So you would have podcast art. You want to go ahead and add your podcast art. If you want the image to change, you can do that as well. You can change the image. Let's see. We're going to use, let me see. I have mine. I don't think I have it. Yeah, I don't. Okay. I don't think I have it here. I'm just going to put this here in its place. I'm going to go ahead and upload just one of my files just so we can see what it looks like so you guys can take a look at it. Oh, actually, it's here already. Okay, I did put my podcast art in here. So if you already have it uploaded, then you don't have to keep uploading art every single time. You can just click on it here and it'll put it in there. All right. So now it's trying to sell me an upgrade, right? Let's say, I don't really want an upgrade. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, right? So we're going to go ahead and continue. Let's see. So let's do a talk. Let's go with talk. All right, because if you do music, it'll take up a larger file. And here you can choose which one you want. So if you want to go ahead and pay them, I believe it's $8 a month or what have you, then, bite the bullet, do it. It's worth it. Go ahead and publish this episode. All right. So it's saying if you want some more, you could order more. No, thank you. I'll just publish. Thank you. All right. So our podcast is now live. So let's go ahead and click on our podcast here. And here it is. This is our podcast, right? Of course, obviously, I clicked on the wrong one. I'm going to join the audio. Okay. So now, if you're hearing, right? So let's say I want to go ahead. You may want to boom, right? So we explore how content rhythm is life and life is rhythm. There it is. There is our podcast, right? Of course, you heard the beginning part. That was the part that I was just kind of talking and telling you all what I was doing in video number 2 and step number 2. But here it is. Our podcast is live. We have a page for it. What I really like about Podomatic is that there's an actual page that's dedicated to you. People can download it. You can see how many people played it, all that good stuff. So it's really great. You can download the episode. You can share it. So if we want to share the episode, we can click here. We can share it on all our social media channels. And most of the platforms have this. So this one here, Podomatic. All right, next one I'm going to show to you here is Spreaker. I absolutely adore Spreaker because I just like the layout and I think the color black. I like black. So, I'm a little biased because it has the color I like. But you could go ahead and upload your file. We're going to upload our file. We're going to find our file. Our file is our MP4. That's not the one we want. So let's go to the one we want. There it is. You're going to hit open. It's going to upload. So this one is actually a podcast that I'd done before that wasn't so successful. So I started my Content Legends podcast, and lo and behold, it took off. And I have tons and tons of interviews that I need to go through and edit, which will be uploaded very, very soon. But in the meantime, I am making these tutorial videos for my clients. So it is what it is, right? My clients' work comes sometimes, most of the time, majority of the time before my own, because my client's success is my success, right? So I can go ahead and place in the title. We could just say interview with Jessica, right? So that's that. Place in the description of whatever I wanted it to be. Place in now. What's great about Spreaker is it lets you add in tags. So let's tag depression because I'm a depression advocate. Let's tag like mental health maybe. And there you go. You can add up to 5. So if we want to go for so on and so forth, we could do that. We could place in what the episode. So this is where we did it in Podomatic. We placed in our link. This is where we go and grab our link again and place in our link again. Easy share. All right. You click on it. You enter in your information. Every time that you upload some content, you just click on this share. So this will automatically share when I publish out to Twitter. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And then what's great about Spreaker is that you can publish later. So let's say you wanted to create it and you just want to upload a ton of content and then publish it on different dates. You can do it inside of Spreaker. You just go here, place the date you want to publish it, press save, and it'll save it for you. So for this, actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and publish it because I want you guys to see what the finished product looks like. As you can see, I had 8 episodes. I had 77 plays on Spreaker, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess it wasn't too bad, but at the same time, I was looking for more bang for my buck, and it really just didn't go where I wanted it to go for this particular podcast. So anyhow, so that was the matrix on this one here. Let's go ahead and publish now. And it's done. So now let's see it live. Let's see the difference between Podomatic and Spreaker. So here's my Spreaker page. All right. So it has all the shares, or you can share it here, you can like it here, you can download it, you get the embed code, which you can take this and put this on your podcast, and this is what it will look like. So I like Spreaker, actually. I mean, out of the free choices, Spreaker is the one that I prefer. But you would need to go in and find out for yourself. So really go in and play with it and find out for yourself. So there's a way to promote it. You have an ad campaign creator. So they actually have their own ad campaigns. If you want to promote it more on Spreaker, you can do so as well with them. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on over to SoundCloud. So within SoundCloud, what you would do is you would basically go to upload. You click on get the file. Now you can record directly in SoundCloud. The only thing about SoundCloud is that you cannot record like interviews. I mean, you can, but it's more work. Let me put it that way. It isn't as easy as if you were to just go ahead and go into Zoom. Basically, you need to bring on, two people. You need to, let's see, yeah, and there's really no way for you to do this unless you know how to use like um, a third party site. So, I mean, that brings in more work, basically. You have to bring in a third party site. You have to hook them up. You have to, so let's just alleviate all that, do it in Zoom and then upload it. So let's upload here. And I just want to show you guys what all of these looks like so you can pick the best option for you. So you go ahead and choose a file to upload. We're going to go to the file. That's not the file. We're going to go to the file, go to open. And there's, like I said, because this was so short, it's going to go really, really fast. You go ahead and put the name of the file. So like we did with the other ones, interview with Jessica. All right. And you can pick the type it is. So we're going to go with podcast. It should have podcast in here, I believe. Let's see. Does it? I think we have to scroll all the way down. So you have audiobooks, religion, storytelling, comedy. Let's go with business. And then here, what you could do is go podcast. All right. So when people search for podcast on SoundCloud, you will pop up. All right. You put it in your description like we've done before. So we're going to go ahead and place it in our website like we did on all the other platforms. We're going to hit save. And there it is. Right. So we're going to go ahead and open this now. Upload complete. Now we're going to go to our track. Here it is. This is our track. Now it has the like, it has the share button, it has the more, so on and so forth. So all of that is here. All right. So that's all here. All right. So that is how you use SoundCloud. So those are the 3 platforms that I recommend that you use if you want to create a podcast with absolutely no money out of your pocket. Now, what I do need to tell you, first and foremost, is that when you do a podcast and you're not paying the platform, you will be very limited as to the amount of content you can place on that platform. So they may limit you by hours. They may limit you by how many gigabytes you use. I mean, it really depends on the platform itself. So my suggestion to you is to find the lowest amount and just, go ahead and bite the bullet and pay it. Usually, I believe with Podomatic, it is $5. Let's see what it is on SoundCloud. On SoundCloud, it's $7. On Spreaker, it is, let's see what Spreaker is. Spreaker is $4.99. On Podomatic, let's see what Podomatic is here. Podomatic. Podomatic is $8. I mean, so you have options. It's if you want to be really, if you're in business and you're doing this podcast for your business, which I hope you are, hope you aren't just doing this. I mean, you can do it out of the goodness of your heart, but if you're bringing in income from somewhere else, then more power to you. But most of us, and I know most of the people that watch my videos are entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. So if you are doing podcast content, if you're creating podcast content for your business, then make sure, you want to invest. You want to invest in your business. So spend a little $8 or $5, what have you, and, get the amount of storage that you need to really keep your content going. Because look, it's only 15 gigabytes compared to 100. So, I mean, bite the bullet, pay the $8, $10 if you want to round it up, and get started with your podcast. So this is the end of our 3-step series here with how to create a podcast using Zoom. I really hope you enjoyed all of this. I hope this content was useful to you. If you have any questions, please go ahead and reach out to me. You can leave you can leave your information down below in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have about podcasting with Zoom or podcasting with any other platform. Or if you just need assistance with your podcast and you would like for us to help you produce your podcast, if you need content ideas, if you want to reach out to influencers and you need some different tips and tricks on how to do so, go ahead and let me know. Give me a call. You can go to my website at thejawresearchinstitute.com. Here on my website, you can go ahead and click on my Calendly link where it says schedule a time with Jaw, and my Calendly will pop up. You can pick the time that works best with your schedule and works for you, and we could chat. All right. I look forward to hearing from you all. Wishing you wellness in life and in business. Peace.